everyone. Welcome, Ethos. I'm Lina Petrone, and I'm the Executive Director here at LatinoBuilt. A few housekeeping items before we start this meeting. Number one, this meeting is being recorded. If you are so inclined, please turn on your video. We'd love to engage with you face to face. And please keep your microphone muted unless otherwise. If you have questions during our presentations, and Natalie, if it's next slide. And that's me. We can turn it off for a bit. So first thing I want to do is I'm really excited to introduce you to our fully bilingual, and I shouldn't say just our, but it's your fully bilingual staff here at LatinoBuilt. I'm just going to have them kind of wave when I talk about them, and then they will be helping me throughout the presentation, so you'll have an opportunity to hear from them more, and they will also be placing their contact information in the chat if you want to directly connect with any or all of us. So I want to welcome back Dulce Perkins. She's our Community Engagement Manager. She's your first contact for member support and services. And we also want to welcome Juno Bella to our family as well. Also, Natalie Pardo, she's our Program Manager, and she handles all of our educational training and programming. Andres Menardez, our Business Development Manager, handling all of our direct one-on-one business service programs. And then finally, we have Natalia Kafati. I know that I've been trying to practice that one today. So our summer intern, and she's pursuing a degree in global studies at the University of Oregon. So we're really very fortunate to have her here for the summertime. So I want to jump into a little bit about LatinoBuilt and really that we're dedicated to you guys, to our community and community involvement and developing more engagement within our community. This is how we commit to supporting you, our members, right? Our staff and our community in cultivating authentic community partnerships. I mean, ultimately, we're enhancing the Latino construction community in Oregon. We're striving to bolster metropolitan and rural opportunities throughout our state. And I don't want to also not include Southwest Washington because we're also serving you guys as well over there. LatinoBuilt is only within its very first 3 years of creation. We've been running to keep up with the demand and need. With our staff and our member community rapidly growing, we would like to engage with you further in our efforts to build a community that empowers and supports the voices of Latino-owned businesses in their efforts to overcome barriers, develop capacity, promote, and enrich lives. Well, what is it and what does it do? What does it look like for engagement within our organization? Engagement involves working to make a difference in the life of our community and developing the combination of knowledge, skills. So I don't want you to forget combination. So that means everyone of knowledge, skills, values, and motivation to make a difference. It means improving the quality of life in our community, both through political, so a lot of non-political processes, and in also engaging in activism, environmentalism, and community and national service. Bottom line, this community cannot reach its potential without your involvement. Will you join us in being active within our trainings, our events, our committees, and our board? I would like to encourage each one of you, every one of our members, to look into joining at least one of our committees and, well, at least joining a training and event and what have you as well. And I wanted to talk a little bit about our committees that we have already created because we would love more active participation from our community. We have our are supported and represented in public forums. We have our, and that is, just so you know, that is led, hopefully I'm not breaking up too much, is led by our president and vice president, Rosa and David. And then our educational committee, and is developing curriculum and support services to build capacity that address Latino contractors' needs. Natalie, our program manager, really heads up that committee. On our membership committee, and we're reaching out to Latino contractors, of course, and then also WESB firms and strategic partners to grow our membership and ultimately our organization. That committee is head up by Gilberto Leon on our board, as well as partnered with Dulce on our staff team. And then our marketing committee is promoting and organize our organization's mission and implementing LatinoBuilt goals and objectives. That is headed up by Jenny Rodriguez, also our secretary on the board, and then the rest of the staff also supports this because it's a whole organizational mission there. You can reach out to each and any of us, and so we'll head to the next slide. So we wanted to give a little bit of a slideshow here. We want to welcome our brand new members. This is, I think, up to date to the end of last week here. So if you happen to be a new member this week, it will go in our next one. And then also our renewing members. Thank you so much. We couldn't do this without all of you guys there. And now we're going to run into our quick introductions. So make sure we want to keep it quick. I'm going to run through our list of names. It looks like it's mostly in alphabetical order. And just give us your name, your title, and your company name in the language you prefer. If that's English, right? If it's Spanish or another language, go right on ahead. There, and so I will call on you as yourself and let us know. Let's see here. We've got from Walsh Construction.
Hi, Afton, Director of Community Outreach with Walsh.
Augustin Flores.
Hi, I'm here. Well, my name is Agustin Flores Carrillo, and my company is going to be Framing.
Thank you. And Elizabeth.
Am I the only Elizabeth? Are
I
you
think
talking
so.
about me? Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Elizabeth Jahala, Diversity Outreach Coordinator for Anderson Construction.
Eric Flores.
Hey, Eric Martinez. I'm with Nexus Electrical Group. We do commercial, industrial, electrical.
Great, thank you, Eric. And then also Eric Flores.
Yeah, Eric Flores Diaz, Account Manager for Energy Trust of Oregon. Eric Flores Diaz, Gerente de Cuentas de parte de Energy Trust de Oregon.
Aiden.
Good evening, everyone. Aiden Gronauer, DBE Small Business and Workforce Equity Programs Manager at TriMet.
Great. Anna G.
Hi, this is Ana Gonzalez with April's Finished Carpentry, and I'm the president for our company. We do finished works.
Thank you. And Anthony Morton.
Hi, everybody. Anthony Morton with Forest Construction. I'm our healthcare market sector lead as well as DEI manager.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to jump in. That was Bernice, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I am sharing the same internet with LatinoBuilt, so I'm trying to let him use the internet, but this is Bernice Lopez Dorsey with Help Group. I'm the treasurer of the LatinoBuilt Association and Foundation, and glad to be here today.
Great, thank you. We have a Bobby D, I think it is.
Hey, Bobby Daniels with Winona Group, native owned construction management and owner's rep.
Great. Brenda Castillo.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brenda Castillo, and I am with JC Pro Builders Construction. We are general contractors, and yeah.
And I'm going to skip presenters, just so you guys know. That's why I'm skipping you, unless you're a partner presenter. Devontae.
Good afternoon, everyone. Devontae Black with Kiewit, Operations and Diversity Manager for Oregon and Southwest Washington. Happy to be here again.
Dulce Weston. I don't know if I missed that or if she wasn't able to unmute. Hey. Gilbert Leon.
Hi, everybody. Gilbert Leon, Bridgeport Interiors, LatinoBuilt board member. Welcome.
Gladys.
Gladys Monroy Boutwell, insurance broker, insurance by design. So Gladys Monroy Boutwell, corredora con insurance by design.
And Glenn Bryant.
Hello, everyone. I'm Glenn Bryant with Portland Public Schools. I'm a project manager. So we'll be looking for partners.
Great. Halia.
Hello, all. My name is Halia Blank. I am the marketing coordinator for Colas Construction.
Great. James Donnelly.
Hi, everybody. James Donnelly with Elevate. We are a nonprofit that looks to bring energy efficiency. Really, it's more equity through climate action and energy, water efficiency, workforce development, the whole kit and caboodle. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you. And Jared Wagner.
Hi, I'm Jared Wagner, project manager with Sun Construction for the Willamette Water Supply Program water treatment plant. Thanks for having me.
Jenny Rodriguez.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jenny Rodriguez with Twirl Advertising and Design. I'm also a LatinoBuilt board member.
Okay. Judy Betts.
Hello, Judy Betts with Betts on Training and Consulting, and I'm representing Hamilton Construction. I do the outreach for diversity and subcontracting, and I'm going to put a couple of jobs that we are bidding on, and we'd love to hear from some of your folks to be a part of this for some ODOT projects coming up. Thank you.
Great. Sorry, my screen keeps jumping around. We got Ken.
Hi, Ken Kubacki, area manager, Northwest area manager with Sun Construction, and happy to be here again.
Kitty Kong.
Good afternoon. My name is Kitty Kong. I'm the Supplier Diversity Coordinator for Washington County.
Lina. She's also present. a little bit later, and we'll jump over to Mark Daniel.
Hey everybody, Mark Daniel Domo, project executive at Colas Construction. Happy to be with you today.
And we got Maria de Jesus. Maria, you can also place it in the chat and we'll move on. So Marina Cresswell.
Hi, everyone. Marina Cresswell. I'm the Senior Director of the Office of School Modernization at Portland Public Schools. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And we have Nick.
Hi, good afternoon. Nick Gervais with Turner Construction. Happy to be here.
Thanks. And Ozzy.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ozzy Gonzalez, owner, founder of P3 Consulting, and still the representative for Howard S. Wright. Great to see everyone.
Ralph.
Buenas tardes a todos. My name is Ralph Ibarra. I'm president of Diverse American Network and an advocate and activist for Latinx owned firms. Thank you.
Thank you. Randy Ramos.
Hello, everyone. I'm Randy with RJ Ramos Enterprises, Inc. Under that, we have RJ Ramos Construction Electrical, RJ Roofing, and Fresco Painting.
Thank you. Ronaldo, I believe, Rodriguez. We'll also come back to anybody at the end. Rosa Martinez.
Hola, buenas tardes. Rosa Martinez with PMG, a payment and demo contractor, also president of LatinoBuilt. Happy to see so many familiar faces. Thank you all for being here and supporting LatinoBuilt.
Sam.
Hey, good afternoon. This is Sam Nisley, project manager with Pacific Cap Construction. Excited to be here.
Thank you. Sarah. There's only one Sarah.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Everyone's having audio issues, so I'm like, oh, I might as well be part of that. I'm Sarah Ambrosek. I am the Oregon Employment Department's Workshare Outreach Coordinator, and I'm very excited to be a part of this today. Thank you.
Thank you. Sandra.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sandra Jameson with James W. Fowler Company.
Thank you. Tiffany Penson.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tiffany Penson, the People and Culture Strategist for the City of Portland. Nice to see everybody.
Tracy Fisher. We'll come back. Vivian.
Hi, everybody. My name is Vivian. I am a project engineer with Turner Construction. Nice to meet you guys.
I think I might have missed a few. It looks like a Victor.
Hi there, Victor Saldana with KeyBank and also planning commissioner for the city of Beaverton.
Yeah. Let me see here. I know there were some other ones I missed. I might not be able to find them. So if we missed anybody, please, now is your time to unmute and do your introduction.
My name is Tapacio Jimenez, president of Turfland Innovations. Excited to be here.
Great. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm going to send it on over, Natalie, if we want to switch to the next slide, over to Dulce.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Well, I will be more than happy to introduce Lina Garcia from GCI Builders. She's the owner and secretary, so I will let Lina introduce herself now. And Lina, I'm not sure if you can hear me, if you can unmute yourself.
Okay, there we go. Can you hear me?
Awesome.
Yeah? Okay.
Great.
All right, sorry, redo. I'm Lina Garcia Seabold, and I am owner of GSI Builders, Inc., and a proud member of LatinoBuilt. And we're an emerging small business. We were established in 2018, similar to LatinoBuilt, so we're kind of growing at the same pace. And a lot has happened in the last 4 years. We might be young in terms of our business, but combined experience within our internal staff, we have about 40 years experience in the local construction industry. My personal background is that I come from a family in Washington County who are founding families for Centro Cultural and the Virginia Garcia Health Clinic. We've been longstanding members of several Latino groups throughout the state of Oregon. Just to mention a few: Hispanic Chamber, over 30 years, Latino Network, Hacienda CDC, and now LatinoBuilt. We're a construction management general contractor. So at our office, we have a team of about 15, and more than half of us speak Espanol. So siempre estamos ahí a su servicio. We are all about management, and so when we call you guys, please call us back, because there's something that we're trying fires that we're trying to put out. I'm talking to the subcontractors now. We joined LatinoBuilt because it is the only construction industry organization that advocates specifically for Latino businesses. And we felt that our mission aligned with their mission. So we're really happy that they're here in the area to assist us in a variety of different ways. Like LatinoBuilt, we plan to grow as a GC with our subcontractors. And a win for our subcontractors is a win for us. And a win for us and the subcontractors is definitely a win for LatinoBuilt. So we plan to win at this game, within the next 4 years. DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion flows through us. It's in our DNA. We do it every day. We get up and it's just a natural, it's like breathing. So we're happy to be here, and I just wish success to all of the Latino subcontractors out there. And please give us a call, because we've got lots of things going on all the time in the hopper. So gracias. Thank you, Dulce.
Thank you, Lina. Really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much, Lina, for that awesome presentation or speech. Sorry. I will be changing topics. Let me actually share my screen. Like we mentioned, technology is not on our side today, so it's giving me quite the difficulty to share this presentation today, but we do have some industry announcements. Today, we do have representatives from CCB and Workshare Oregon to talk a little bit more about their programs. I definitely encourage you that if you do have questions about any of the content that they will be sharing today, to ask those questions in the chat. Si tiene preguntas en español de algunas cosas que vamos a hablar, lo pueden poner en el chat y podemos responderles en español. Yeah, my presentation is just not wanting to come up. So with that, we will kick it off with our CCB updates. So we have Chris Huntington from the Oregon Construction Contractors Board here to share some updates. Chris?
Yeah, thanks, Natalie, and thanks for the invite. Pleased to be able to be here. I can't remember exactly. Maybe it's been about a year since I visited one of these meetings, was able to speak to the organization. It's great to see the growth in the organization. When I landed in this job 2 years ago, just over 2 years ago, one of our very first meetings that we took was to the LatinoBuilt board at the time. There was no staff, I don't think, to speak of at the time. We met out at Rosa's shop and just met that group, and it's been a good arrangement and a good partnership through that. For those of you who don't know, Rosa Martinez, your president, sits on the CCB board, and so we're glad to have her voice, glad to have her experience as one of the folks that's helping and to advise us and set statewide policy and making sure that we're doing what we need to do and being accountable to those of you who in the industry who make it possible for us to do our work. Just a couple of notes, kind of things that are happening within the industry or as it relates to the CCB. One of the things I wanted to, as I've been going around and had the chance more often recently to speak to organizational and industry groups, is to talk about the concept of competition, which might seem a little bit strange. Somebody from the government side of things speaking about competition. But as I've spoke with my staff and trying to get a gauge on where we need to go and how we can better serve the people that make it possible for us to do our work, I've been trying to reinforce that idea of competition. The idea that we are in competition, even though we're a government agency, even though we're the only game in town, we're in competition all the time with non-compliance, and in a couple of ways. One, obviously, the people who are out there, who operate outside the law, who are actively trying to operate, against sort of the parameters that those of you who play by the rules and undercutting the work that you do by playing by the rules is a serious way in which, and we try to make sure that we're doing what we need to do to enforce the laws and do it equitably, but also in terms of just trying to make compliance easier, trying to streamline our processes, trying to make it more pleasant for you to interact with the work that you have to do through the CCB and making it easier. And I want to talk today about a couple of tools that we've provided to try and streamline that and make that a little bit easier. First, I do want to just hit a couple of key things about where are we at? What's the status of the industry? As of this last month, there are about 41,000 licensed construction businesses that are on my books as licensed construction contractors. Oregon's a little bit unique. A lot of other states parcel things out, but in Oregon, here, all contractors are under this one umbrella. Everything from the big commercial contractors down to the single sole proprietor residential contractors, all of it comes through and is licensed by our office. So that's about 41,000 on the books as of right now. Just to give you a little bit of historical perspective of where that places us in the history of the construction industry, or at least the recent history. The peak that we had as an organization was back in 2007, December of 2007, when we had 46,000 licensed construction businesses. And then everybody remembers, those of you who are in the industry, I'm sure, I was at the building codes division at the time, so I was at least still on the government side, but I remember living through the 2008 financial crisis and seeing what happened to the industry then. They reached the low point in terms of construction businesses in Oregon with 34,000 back in about 2013. And since that time, since 2013, there's been that steady increase from that low of 34,000 construction businesses to about 41,000 today. Just so you have an idea of what that means in terms of the last 12 months, that's a little bit of a broader perspective that I just gave you over about the last decade or more. Over the last 12 months, I think those of you have experienced a lot within your organization trying to make things work. 41,000 is roughly flat in terms of where we have over the last year. So if I look at these past 12 months and as much as we've gone through and as much turmoil as there's been in the industry and in the world in general, that 41,000 is about steady or almost equal to where we were about 12 months ago. Now, that's built back from some losses that we had over that 12 months, but it's coming back. And if you look at the number of new applications into my office over the last 3 months, over this last kind of March, April, May, and into June, it's up about 30% over what we saw last year during this same time. So maybe to be expected because that was the first several months of the pandemic, but businesses are coming back and trying to get into construction, and there's a lot of work, I think, as most of you are experiencing. So just to provide that little bit of, I guess, perspective on where things stand. One of the other things that relates to the work that we do with you as our partners in the industry is trying to be a good financial steward. We are funded solely by the license fees that are paid by those of you who play by the rules, get your license, and try to operate within the law. That's what makes it possible for us to then go out and do the work that we do on behalf of consumers and on behalf of you, trying to make sure that people aren't operating outside the law and that we're enforcing the laws effectively. When COVID hit, we had to take a pretty close look at what was on the horizon and make some anticipated judgments about how we were going to operate. Like I said before, I was at the Building Codes Division back in 2008 when the previous financial crisis hit. That one was centered on development, and we lived through a significant drop-off in terms of the number of contractors. So we made pretty conservative judgments here at the CCB, and I believe that was the right thing to do. It ended up being that because this particular financial crisis didn't hit construction as hard as it has hit some other industries, we weren't as hard hit, but we affected about a 10% reduction through holding positions vacant in order to make sure that we were being a good financial steward and making sure that we were creating a financial and kind of stable organization, and notwithstanding what was going on in the industry. So something that we're proud of, and that now we're pleased that as things are continuing to turn in a more positive direction, that we're able to begin replacing some of those services and making sure that we're doing a good job on your behalf. In terms of enforcement, I want to give you a little bit of idea of what the scope of our enforcement efforts are. We have a truly statewide enforcement program here at the Construction Contractors Board. I have field investigators that live and work in every region of this state. So they know the areas that they're working in, they know the businesses that work there, and they live and work in those areas. We visit approximately 10,000 construction work sites every year, trying to confirm compliance with the laws. We're happy when we find that folks are licensed and doing things right. Hopefully we get onto your job sites. If you've had one of our folks stop by a job site, and we get on our way as quickly as possible, but we're if there's things that we can do to kind of answer questions, to kind of help you remain in compliance, to address issues that you're uncertain about, we want to be able to do that too. Our core focus is trying to find those people who are operating outside the law, who are undercutting the work that you all do as you stay in compliance with the law. So one of the things I always like to throw out is that, like I say, I have investigators in every region of the state, but there's only 12 of us, and there's 41,000 of you. Your assistance helps us. It helps us to be more effective, and you can provide tips to us about where unlicensed work is happening that's undercutting the work and making it harder for you to be able to compete. That can be done on the CCB website, the CCB tips line. It can be done anonymously. As long as we have an address, a description of the work and what's going on there, we're usually pretty responsive and can follow up with those in 24 hours. So it's a good way that you can assist us in being able to be more effective in the work that we do on the enforcement side of things. And so I'd encourage you to use that CCB tips line on the website to be able to let us know where unlicensed work is happening that undercuts the industry and makes it harder for you all to compete. The other thing, just a couple of things that I always like to make sure that you're aware of that makes it easier for you to be able to do, just kind of deal with the paperwork side of things and not get caught off guard with small little kind of administrative functions. Just to give you an idea, every quarter, I end up suspending about 1,500 licenses simply because people haven't got the insurance update card to our office. Now, in 90% of the cases, it's a simple miscommunication between your insurer and your office at the contractor side. Somebody thought that the other one was sending it in, and in almost 90% of the cases, folks it's just a simple clerical error. One of the things that we provide, if you have an online services account with our office in particular, is that your insurer can sign up to upload that automatically to our office. And so I encourage you to talk to your insurer about signing up for that. When I talk to insurers, I say, hey, use this service, make yourself more marketable to the contractor community by providing this. It takes all the thinking out of that part of the process. It alleviates any potential that you're going to get into a negative kind of compliance issue with us. We can usually get that stuff cleaned up, but it's a hassle for you, it's a hassle for your insurer, it's a hassle for us, and it just alleviates that pressure. The other thing I'd encourage you to do is to sign up for eWatch. eWatch is a service that lets you sign up to get email notifications about your own license if a problem comes up. But it also allows you to enter all of the subcontractors that you work with. And so that you're going to get a notification if one of them has something to come up that it gets out of compliance. So you can also sign up for eWatch as part of your online services account, and I encourage you to do that. Education-wise, I hope some of you have participated in our online webinars. We've been able to, because of COVID, we had to stop our live classes, and we were able to push our education classes to a live webinar format. And over the course of 2020, we doubled the amount of live training that we were able to deliver to the construction industry by providing that webinar service. So I hope those of you who haven't participated in one of those classes will go online and sign up for one. We're pretty proud of the work that we've been able to do with that. And just in closing, again, I thank you for the invite. These types of partnerships with the industry help keep us accountable, help keep us responsible to you, to our ratepayer. And we're going to be, as I said at the beginning, always looking for ways that we can compete for your, to make things work better for you, to help you get more value from the dollars that you send us in order to do the work that you do. So with that, I would be happy to answer any questions.
Great, and we know we have one from Eric. Go ahead.
Hey, I got a question. Hey, can you help out with enforcement with the licensed trades?
How do you mean? Like, are you talking about the electricians and plumbers?
The electricians, we run into situations where we've got guys pulling wire, it's just licensing issues.
Yeah. Yeah, so actually, we actually have an agreement with the Building Codes Division. So for those of you who maybe aren't aware or aren't as familiar with the licensed trades, the trades themselves are licensed through the Oregon Building Codes Division. And so that's the boards over there are the ones that deal with that. However, we have an agreement with the Building Codes Division where we can also kind of identify those issues, look for those issues when we're on the job site. We do that through that agreement. And then as we find those issues, we pass those along to BCD, but we end up being an additional layer of enforcement for the work that they're doing. So if you provide that to us through the CCB tips that I mentioned, we're still going to either through following up on that our own as a part of that agreement, or by forwarding that to the Building Codes Division and bringing it to their attention, going to be able to try to make sure that is
yeah, because we've never had any success working through the BCD to get any kind of enforcement on any situation.
Yeah,
like they got to catch them in the act, take pictures, and they're gone. It's a mile, so it's there. It doesn't seem like there's any enforcement.
Yeah, well, and we have a larger force of individuals than the Building Codes Division. It is a more challenging because the laws are slightly different, right? Between on the electrical side versus the way that we enforce things here on the business side. But we do our best. One of the most important things you do in enforcement is just to be present, right? And that's one of the things that we attempt to do is just to be out there, to be seen, and to be in the areas and seen repeatedly so that people know that we're there. It makes it harder for folks to undercut it if they know we're coming.
Great, thank you, Eric. Randy, you have a question.
I do, and I'm going to try to be quick and be diplomatic with my question, I guess. So we had a situation in my company where we have an employee who now we have detectives and personal attorneys involved. This guy's a really, really bad apple that I did file a complaint with CCB. I did talk to one of your reps. Apparently he went with another former employee of mine who was a CCB contractor and did a bunch of shady stuff over there. This guy's on the loose. I'm sure he's going to go to prison, but I kind of rang the alarm bell, and this guy's still out there causing havoc, and I don't even think he's on the CCB radar yet. So I guess I'll leave that at that.
Randy,
I guess we'll talk offline, I guess.
Yeah, Randy, I dropped my my contact information in the chat there, but if you could reach out to me and connect with me directly, let's talk a little bit more and get some additional information from you, please.
Great, thank you. And I know that invitation is open to all of our members. So if you have anything you want to follow up on, anything that Chris might have mentioned, or you have questions about CCB, I know Chris can help reroute those questions if needed. And again, he put his information in the chat, but Chris, I'm going to ask one more time. Can you just put it once more in the chat so it's there, the last message in there? All right. Well, thank you so much, Chris, for taking time out of your evening to be with us today. My presentation is now working. So now from CCB updates, we will go to Workshare Oregon updates. We have Sarah Ambrosek joining us today. We also have Maria de Jesus Villa in the background, and she can help answer any questions in Spanish if they come so in the chat. And with that, I will hand it over to Sarah.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Can you guys see my screen?
We can, thanks.
Yes, yay, perfect. Well, thank you, LatinoBuilt, for having us in your membership meeting. And I just want to say really quickly, the Oregon Workshare Program was established in 1983, and it's considered a special program within the Oregon Employment Department. What this means is that we're not regular unemployment insurance or pandemic. We are a special program, and specifically it's employer driven. So we work directly with all of the businesses. I'm just going to go through and take you through the program highlights, what, why, and who's eligible for Workshare, how to calculate your Workshare benefit amount, taxes, and application and participant forms when applying. So what is Workshare? You may have heard it called Shared Work Program or short-term compensation, depending on which 27 states participate in this program. The Oregon Workshare is a program to assist in preserving jobs, essentially avoiding layoffs, and provide supplemental unemployment compensation. Workshare helps reduce negative impact of work reduction and keeps that skilled labor intact. So this chart shows what unemployment insurance looks like for a full layoff. It's in red, versus reducing an employee's hours. So if we look at this graph, let's just say that the wages that you give to your employee is $600 a week. If you were to fully lay them off, their weekly benefit amount is going to be 60% of that, which is $360. If their employee is in Workshare, you reduce their hours and wages by a minimum of 20%, no more than 40. So they'd still receive 80% of their wages, which is $480, plus they're going to receive 20% of their weekly benefit amount, which is $72. And how we determine that is just taking that 360, we multiply it by the percentage of reduction. Now, currently, because of the pandemic, there's an additional $300 that's being issued per week. That is your federal pandemic unemployment compensation. That is going through until September 6th of this year. So not only are they going to receive their wages, they're also going to receive 20% of their unemployment insurance benefit and the $300. So why choose Workshare? For businesses, the importance of maintaining your talent is crucial to your business, even if there's a decline and your product and service levels are maintained. You avoid the cost of rehiring and retraining. So there was a Work Institution report last year in 2020 that said it costs about $15,000 to train and hire employees. You're maintaining employee morale because you're maintaining their job. For reimbursing employers, right now the unemployment insurance tax rate is currently 100% federally funded through September 6th. This is based off of that American Recovery Plan. For the employees, the obvious advantage is, well, they get to keep their job, right? So they're going to maintain and potentially increase their skills. And as outlined on that slide with the graph, there's clearly a better potential of continued wages with being in the Workshare program than being 100% laid off. Also, their benefits like medical and retirement will stay intact. So who is eligible? How are employers eligible? How are you guys eligible? Well, you just need at least 3 participants in the program. These participants need to be eligible for unemployment insurance benefits. And what it means is that they need to have wages, subject wages in the system, and that looks like a W-2. The plans do not exceed for more than 1 year. They can be renewed year over year. We actually encourage that because you just never know what unforeseen circumstances can happen. You know, we've got wildfires that are breaking out right now. We had that ice storm in February. So it's just, if you're in work share and you have to close your work site, or you can't have your employees work for whatever reason, like a natural disaster, they still will be able to receive unemployment compensation and be protected. They will not have those job search requirements. For employees, you must reduce their hours a minimum of 20% and no more than 40%. So we base this off of a 40-hour customary work week. Now, get it with construction. I mean, it could be anywhere from 40 to 80 hours a week. We just look at it as 40 hours. However you define full-time, that's up to you. And the employee has to be able to work. So what this means is, if you have an employee that goes on vacation and you have work available, they will not be eligible for work share benefit that week. The employee needs to have been working 6 months full-time or 12 months part-time at the time of application for the program. And lastly, an employee cannot be a seasonal worker. What this means is they likely will not have enough wages in our systems to calculate a weekly benefit amount. And they can't be a temporary worker as well. So who is eligible? Well, WorkShare is an employer-driven program. This means employees can't apply on their own. We work directly with you, the business, and we'll help you with your application, participant list, and then we assist in entering the weekly certifications on behalf of your employees. So this is the fun slide. Everyone wants to know, well, how much am I going to get paid? So how we calculate your weekly benefit amount is we take your wages, the first 4 out of the last 5 quarters, and we just multiply that by 1.25%. That's your weekly benefit amount. Basically, if anyone is not working, there's a layoff, or they're applying for unemployment insurance, that's the amount that they're going to get. Now with WorkShare, you take that WBA and you multiply it by the percentage of reduction. That becomes your WorkShare weekly benefit amount. Tax. So we are not the experts in tax, but right now what I can say is, because of COVID, again, if you're a reimbursed employer, your WorkShare benefits that you pay out are 100% federally funded until September 4th. If you have questions, you can contact our tax department, like your experience rating and all that. So how do you apply? There's an application and a participant list. On the application, it's very simple. We ask you how many participants you think are going to be in the program, how many layoffs that you might avoid, and what percentage of reduction that you're looking, 20%, 40%, and when you think you're going to start. This is what the application looks like. It's very simple. One thing to note is your primary employer representative and your alternate employer representative is super important. We've trained all of our claims specialists to only talk to those folks that are on the application due to all of the privacy information. This is a participant list. This is like a marriage. So with this participant list, you need to submit it along with your application. This is all of the people that are going to be participating in the program, how many hours of reduction, and why they're being on the program. You would just go to our website, OregonWorkShare.org, and you're going to upload those forms. And this is what it looks like. We have a new platform called Zendesk, and we've got a lot of feedback, how efficient and easy it is to use. Once you submit that, you're going to get automatically a response saying that we've accepted it and that you'll be able to follow the ticket to see where it's at in the queue. And thank you. It's like the fastest I've ever done this presentation in my life. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to stop sharing, however I do that.
I'm keeping an eye out for any hands raised or any chats coming in. I'll just give it a quick second to see if anything pops up. Okay. I guess not. If you do have questions, though, Sarah, I'm going to ask same request. Can you put your information in the chat just so they have a place to reach out to?
Of course.
Great.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sarah and Maria. as well for taking time out of your evening to be here with us. And with that, I will transition it over to our partner opportunities with Andres.
Thank you, Natalie. Well, first of all, I want to thank you all for your time today. We are very happy to have you here. And let's go straight forward for the presentations, taking advantage of this great rhythm. So please let me introduce you to Dulce Weston from Bremick Construction. Dulce, if you're there, feel free to share your screen, please.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I had sound issues earlier, so I'm glad I got it figured out before presentation started. Right. So this is my first time. We just joined LatinoBuilt a couple months ago, so I'm excited to be here. And I wanted to start off by saying a little bit about Bremick. So my name's Dulce Weston. I'm a project manager with Bremick Construction, and I'm community outreach coordinator. I posted my information here, and I'll put it in the chat as well if you guys need it. But Bremick Construction was funded in 2004. So speaking of general contractors, we're not really that old, we would say. But we're really centered in the Portland metro area and have recently started spreading around as well. We're starting to head into Washington, and then we've gone as far as east as Dufur, south as Salem. We have lots of school work down there. And then as far west as the Oregon coast, we have several projects in Warrenton and Lincoln City and stuff like that. And we have kind of a very large variety of project types and sizes. So anywhere from the small TIs down to 10K. And I believe our largest project to date is a little bit over 60 million. So we're kind of all over the place. Big markets that we're part of is education, multifamily housing, and then the historic restorations, adaptive reuse, and healthcare, retail, and that type of stuff. So we're kind of all over the place. And we have one project that I wanted to share with you guys today, and it's the Joyce Hotel. So that is northwest Portland area. And as you can see, this picture on the top right, it's in bad shape. It's a really old building, and it needs a major seismic upgrade, new roofing, and we are going to take this abandoned hotel and turn it into 66 units of permanent supportive housing, and with lots of residential supports for the to kind of help reduce the homeless hazards around the Portland area. So definitely a great project, a great cause, and there's lots of opportunities to get LatinoBuilt members involved into this. So this project, just to get a rough timeline, we're looking to bid it out in August, and construction is going to be about 1 year between November 2021 to next year. And again, seismic upgrade is going to be a big part of the job, as well as roof. But then on the inside, there's drywall, painting, casework, electrical, mechanical. Essentially, the entire inside of the building needs to be redone. It's a pretty old building and needs to be brought up to standard so that it can help our homeless population stay off the streets. That's all I have, Andres.
Great, thank you. Now we're gonna hand it off to Mark Daniel Domon from Colas Construction. Mark, you there?
Yep, I'm here. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Let's see. This will stop other screen sharing. Yes, I want to continue. Here we go. Can you all see all these beautiful pictures and renderings? Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. I know on the LatinoBuilt side, we're having a little bit of difficulty seeing your presentation, but we can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. There's. So you can hear me. That's all you need. My picture's frozen on my screen. So Colas Construction. we are new members to LatinoBuilt, and we're very excited to be here.
I think we're having some connection issues here. We're losing Mark Daniel. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I think this was on Mark Daniel's side, not us. Not quite sure how
Let
the
me- yeah, let me see. Can you enable me to share my screen?
yes. Wait a second, please.
Thank you. Oh, it looks like Mark Daniel jumped off. He might be trying to jump back on.
There you go, Halia.
Can you hear me all?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah, I came back to life. I don't know what happened.
hey, okay, I'm sharing my screen so you can go ahead and speak to it.
Okay, well, you would think that after 17 months of COVID and videos, I'd figure it out by now, but obviously technical difficulties still happen. Anyway, what I was saying is Cole's Construction, we're Portland based. Everyone has in the company, all the execs attended Portland Public Schools. I grew up right near Fabian Elementary, and then Benson High School was my high school that I went to. We're really dedicated to giving back to the community and hiring folks within the community and giving opportunities that sometimes they don't get. We do all types of different projects, from school projects, like I mentioned, at Grant High School, to renovations of the Oregon Convention Center. We do a lot of multifamily affordable housing projects, mixed use, some clinics. We're doing an office space right now down in Rockwood. It's like a eating facility in Gresham. So all types of different projects, just trying to expose different people to different types of construction types. So down in the bottom corner, you can see we have the bid room. And so anytime we have bids that are going out, we'll definitely target Andres and tell him to let you all know about those potential opportunities, so that we can get as many as you on projects. I know quite a few of you. When I'm looking through the room, I've worked with, it seems like at least 25-30% of you just in general. So it's cool to be part of this group of folks that are really doing a good job, really letting know that BIPOC communities are, we're doing good work, and we're here to stay, and we want to really shine and give opportunities to the community, and give them good paying jobs and all those good things. So thanks for the time today. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but I do look forward to, I saw in the chat room, that we all can get together soon and be able to break bread. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mark Daniel. Also make sure to put your contact on the chat. Now let's pass it to Fortis Construction. This is Anthony Morton. Anthony.
Yep. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Get my screen on the going here. Can you see that? You can't tell with the screen going away if you can see it or not.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Better. Okay.
That's better.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for having me. Certainly excited to be here. Did want to share some opportunities with Fortis coming up. Real quick, just wanted to touch on our relationships and growth as we're dedicated and creating a diverse workplace and advocacy equity in our industry through partnering with DEI trade partners. We are actively seeking new relationships and fostering the old ones as we provide hands-on training and mentorship, mutual sustained success, pre-qualification assistance, which I know can be difficult, and then opportunities ongoing and consistent, and then ultimately just building lasting relationships. I did want to mention really quick that our Fortis pre-construction manager who leads that department, Ashley Buchanan, is bilingual with Spanish, as well as some of our accounting leads. So helping to support those that may be a barrier. My contact information is right there below, but I will post it to the chat group as well. Education opportunities, we have 4 major market sectors that we play in: education, data center, commercial, other, and healthcare. For education upcoming, we wanted to present on the Corvallis School District. And upcoming, we have 3 schools that will be coming out to bid: Adams, Mountain View, and Franklin. You can see the values next to those. This is public work bond program. We will be bidding in November, and I know that we wanted to get in front of you guys early for this type of opportunity. As always, reach out to me or Ashley, who's located there on the screen. The schedules will vary on each of these, and I didn't have time to put those all in detail for the short 5-minute presentation, but it will take multiple disciplines from demolition to finished trades, MEP as well. So that is an upcoming opportunity. With our commercial other group, we have private work through Sarah Architects TI. The value is $6 million, and we'll be bidding in September. You can contact Ashley, myself, or Lara Beth, who's listed there below. We plan to start in October of 21, and again, we'll take mostly interior and MEP disciplines. So exterior would not be needed, as that's a TI. Next up, we have the Multnomah County Library. This is a large bond program that is still being awarded. This particular job, though, for the sort center was awarded to us here more recently. We do have a co-bid goal of 25% participation, which is fantastic. The value on this one is $26 million. We will be early awarding specific trades here within the fall winter timeframe, with final packages coming out in the first quarter of 2022. Again, Ashley Buchanan would be the point contact there. And this will take an assortment of multiple disciplines from site to interior to mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. And then lastly, wanted to share opportunities in our healthcare sector. You see several jobs there on the board. Most of them right now pertain to OHSU up there on the hill, and some of those refer down to the waterfront. But I won't go into detail on each of those, but I would certainly reach out to myself for opportunities if you'd like to partner with us and take a look at these. These are great. These are all private work, and in some cases we are able to direct award scopes lower than $50,000 per the client master agreement. So these are good opportunities, and we provide training inside hospital if you've never worked in those before. There's a little bit of different nuance in working in medical world, but we certainly, again, provide that mentorship opportunity. And I will wrap that up from there if there's any questions. If not, I can hand it back.
Thank you, Anthony. Victor Saldana from KeyBank.
Thank you very much, everyone. I'm not going to share my screen because I don't want this to sound like a sales pitch. I have been with KeyBank for many decades as far as business banking, and have been with LatinoBuilt since their first meeting that they had. What I want to do is talk about the benefits of having a small business specialist to help you, whether you're banking with KeyBank or someone else. I'm also on the Planning Commission for the City of Beaverton and for the Vienna Start, which is a low-income housing nonprofit. And the reason I bring that up is the reason I'm out here is to help support construction industry. And when I talk to construction owners, I try to bring it up where it would be like your clients going out and watching YouTube and doing something as far as construction goes by getting the video results and trying to copy it. It could equal some type of results, but will never be perfect. When you're working with a business banking specialist, you're gonna make your jobs a lot easier and the end results a lot better. Whether you bank with KeyBank or not, I have a great team of people, Spanish speaking and English speaking, as well as other languages. Please reach out to us. We can help you out with your small business to try to help you grow from where you are. We have businesses under 100,000 to over 100 million in the construction industry that bank with us. And the whole point is to be able to be out there in our community and help people out. I know we had a lot of disparity between minority business owners, especially with PPP and what was going on with the pandemic recently. Been around since even before 2008 when the last housing crisis happened and construction crisis happened. So just want to be a resource out there. We do have some benefits for joining KeyBank. LatinoBuilt did a great job of sending that out there with up to $1,500 for business accounts with us, or even with our partnership with the Timbers, we have things for your employees as well. But ultimately, just want to be a resource out there for you guys. If you have any questions or anything as far as business banking goes, just reach out to us. We can help you out. We have a lot of people on my team that will spend time with you, whether it's through Zoom or in person, to kind of help your business, and all the tools that are available out there. There's not only tools from the bank side, but also opportunities from the state, county, and the city. And that's why I bring up the city of Beaverton as well, just having been on the planning commission for a long time and working with developers. There's lots of tools out there. So just want to be a resource out there. My information was sent out with the last LatinoBuilt email out there. So if you do need anything, don't hesitate to give us a call.
Thank you, Victor. We really appreciate the engagement with our community and all the insight. Thank you. Sam Nisley from Pacific Up Construction.
Hey guys, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, my name is Sam with Pacific Cap Construction. I'm a project manager. We are a full service general contractor serving both the Pacific Northwest and Southwest regions. We do have, our projects include historic renovations, hotels, multifamily, charter schools, and restaurant TIs. But with that being said, we do have an upcoming project or a few upcoming projects in the Southeast Portland area, including a few multifamily projects, but I want to focus on our bakery blocks project today. We have partnered with our client and Prosper Portland for this project. The project renovates an existing one-story vacant carpet warehouse that is attached to the existing Zoigl House pub and brewery into what will essentially be a neighborhood gathering place. The gathering place will have multifunctional uses, including the Lentz International Farmers Market. The project itself includes renovating the facade of the building with stucco, metal panels, storefront, and glazed overhead doors. And the existing parking lot will also be replaced with new hardscape, landscape, and pavers. You can see we have the scopes that we're looking for on this project. As it is a Portland Prosper job, we will be participating in the workforce training and hiring program. We have minimum requirements of the workforce being 30% minority and 15% women, but would love to exceed those thresholds if possible. And we also have a COVID goal of 20%, but that's not a requirement. We will be conducting a job walk next Tuesday at 8 a.m. on site for anyone who's interested. And bids will be due by July 30th, but we're willing to work with everybody. So yeah, if there's any questions, just let me know, or I'll put my contact information in the chat.
Thank you, Sam. Any questions? Okay. So we continue with Jared Wagner from Sun Construction.
Need to unmute myself first.
There you go.
There we go. Can you guys see my screen?
No, we don't. We can't see it.
Okay, give me 1 second.
We were. There we go.
Okay, back on. All right, cool. Thank you. My name is Jared Wagner. I'm with Sunt Construction, a project manager. A little bit about our company. Sunt was established in 1891. We have about 2,000 employees right now. The company's 100% employee owned. Headquartered in Tempe, Arizona, but we have offices in California, Utah, Texas, North Carolina, and Washington now. So we have 2 projects in the area. One is a Rose Quarter Transportation Project, and if you're looking for information on that, Ken Kabacki is on the phone call, and he's our Transportation Regional Manager for that one. But the project I wanted to discuss today is the Willamette Water Supply System. So a couple highlights on this project. So the project is a coordination project. Tualatin Valley Water District, City of Hillsborough, and City of Beaverton are putting $1.3 billion into building this water system. And what it is down here off the Willamette River, down south of Wilsonville, they're going to put in a raw water facility and bring in the raw water to the water treatment plant here in between Sherwood and Tualatin. And then north of the plant, it'll go into the transmission main where it'll branch off, one into Beaverton and one up into Hillsborough with a reservoir site west of Beaverton right there. So 30 miles of transmission main. But our portion of that, Sunt's portion of that, is this water treatment plant 1.0 right over here. So the water treatment plant is a brand new 60 MGD seismically resilient plant that we're putting together from the ground up. The way we're going to deliver the project is in 3 major GMPs, guaranteed maximum prices, or for a subcontractor's point of view, 3 major bidding efforts from our point. The majority of the work is going to be concrete, electrical, process pipe, utilities, equipment, and earthwork. But we do have CSI divisions spread across the entire spectrum. Total of about 70 work packages total is what we're going to put out to bid. And those work packages range in the value of between 4,000 up to 40 million. So quite a pretty wide range in there. The first bid package that are going to come out is this GMP1, is our earthwork, underground utilities, temporary facilities just to get us out of the ground. The GMP2 package, this one is where the majority of the work is going to happen. The bulk of the project is in GMP2. And that final package, that is going to be just the site utilities package. So the landscaping and paving, curbs and sidewalks. As far as schedule goes, that first set of packages, the earthwork, the stuff that gets us out of the ground, that's going to go to bid in September with bids due on November 10th. The second one, which was the bulk of the work, that one's going to start advertising in November with bids due in February. And then the final package, we'll have that one out next spring. Overall, that gives us a 3-year construction time for the project. So a 3-year build out with the full project, including the transmission, done by early 2026. So if you're looking for some more information on the project, because I went a little bit too fast today, or anything like that, if you're looking for the information on pre-qualification, Sunt's pre-qualification process and how to get that taken care of, or some informational meetings that are upcoming. So we're going to host a couple informational meetings starting July 29th to go over each one of these bid packages and work scopes individually with interested subcontractors. We've got a website set up with the Willamette Water Supply. It's called ourreliablewater.org/WT procurement. And I'm going to post that in the chat just as soon as I'm done here. But head to that website and it'll give you information, again, on the overview, how to get pre-qualified for the project and what some of those upcoming meetings are if you wanted to get some more information on it. Is there any questions from us?
Okay. Thank you, Jared. Let's continue with Nick Gervais from Turner Construction. Nick.
Hi, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great. Hopefully you can see my screen. First off, thank you for the opportunity to allow us a little bit of time with the group. I'm Nick Gervais. I'm the SPD operations manager here in Portland. And with me, we have Vivian Calvin.
Hey guys.
Vivian is one of our project engineers here in Portland. We just wanted to, say hello to the group. We've had a really long-lasting relationship with one of the partners with Zavala Corporation here locally, and we're really looking forward to grow some new partnership with with people from the group. We wanted to kind of dive a little bit today into our process to work together. Some subcontractors have some difficulties with the pre-qualification that we request, and we just wanted to put it out there. If anybody needs any kind of help with this, we're always able and willing to help. So we'll post the link on here, but want to make sure that if there's anything that folks would need help with, we're all here for that. Vivian, you want to go in to talk a little bit about your work with Zavala?
Yeah, so we just completed a project over by Montgomery Park called RO Homes with Zavala and Hugo. And we have nothing but great things to say about them. It was a really great experience working with them. And I know that they also are very highly recommended in the Latino community. And so we would like to try to branch out and work with more of you guys as well.
Thanks. And as you guys can see here, Hugo and his team were a member of our Turner School of Construction Management, graduate from the 2014 class. So every year we host a Turner School of Construction Management class. If anybody is interested in taking a look at that, it's really a training and mentorship program that we put on. And, if anybody is interested, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or Vivian to hear more about that. And some upcoming work that we have, if anyone wants to hear more info, we've got a really nice tenant improvement project out in Beaverton. We're looking at a repositioning project in the Central East Side. We have a data center in Vancouver and a data center in Hillsborough. And there's a few packages on our high-rise projects still downtown Portland that are open. So if anybody has any questions about that, please leave my contact information below in the chat, and don't hesitate to reach out to anybody over at Turner. And looking forward to hopefully working with some of you guys in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Vivian. I'm going to finish with Afton Walsh from Walsh Construction.
Thank you. Let's see here. Okay. Everyone can see that? Awesome. So it's great to be here. Nice to see so many faces. I'll make it really quick so we can all move on to our evenings. And I am excited though. We've got a lot of good stuff coming up this fall, and I wanted to make sure to kind of get bid opportunities that are coming in really from now until October. I know everyone's really busy, and it's important for you to schedule out your estimating work. So a little bit about Walsh. We're a general contractor based in Portland, but we have offices in Portland, Seattle, Tacoma, and actually just opened a Vancouver office. We're definitely seeing our work on that side of the river pick up in the next year and going forward. Been in business for 60 years. We have a real focus on community projects, sustainable green building projects. We have about 410 employees, and 42% are women and minorities. So the bid opportunities, really there are about 600 housing units that are bidding between now and October that are really spread out. So Portland, Vancouver, out on the coast in Warrenton, Tigard, and then Happy Valley. So depending on where you're interested in working, there's definitely an opportunity. I will go through them quickly, but please, reach out if any of them are of interest. And all of these will be posted on we distribute through iSquareFoot. So if you don't think you get Walsh's iSquareFoot bid notifications, please reach out to me and let me know, and I'll make sure that you're in our system so that you get those notifications. So Terrace Glen Apartments will bid in August. That's a good 144 unit project. Trillium House will bid in September, a nice size, 42 units. This is the one out in Warrenton. So if anyone wants to go to the coast, we would greatly appreciate it. Or if you have good connections at the coast or people to reference, that would be very appreciated as well. Good Shepherd Village for Catholic Charities is another 143 unit project. I should note that all of these projects have some level of MWSB goals ranging from 20 to 30%. Phase 1 of DECOM, which is a larger, there'll be a second phase. The first phase, award of first phase doesn't necessarily guarantee award of second phase. They will bid separately. The second one's about a year later as they're relocating folks from existing units into sort of the newly built before they can tear down and build the second phase. Tigard Senior Housing, this is for Northwest Housing Alternatives, is in October. And I think one more, the Canopy at Powell. And this is also an NHA project, is the client for this, 169 affordable housing units. So those are the bid opportunities. Again, iSquareFoot and on our website is where you get more information. Please reach out. I think I'm also a really important resource if you don't feel like you're getting your questions answered from one of our project managers. Please reach out to me and I can ping them, make sure that they're being responsive to you. And finally, I don't know if anyone, I'm sure a lot of people are aware that OSHA has just released some new heat safety guidelines, and they're new. So we will be hosting next week on Thursday, July 29th from 3 to 5, safety awareness training and seminar that is open to everyone. I'm gonna share the Eventbrite link with LatinoBuilt so they can distribute all to you. We will ask for RSVPs, ideally, but it'll be here at our office in our second floor parking garage. So if you would like to come learn more about the guidelines that really have gone into effect as of, I think, a week ago or something like that, or a couple weeks ago, we would love to share our knowledge with you. And I think there's my email. I'll also throw it in the chat, and that's what I got. So thank you. Nice to see everyone.
Okay. Thank you all for these opportunities. We will make sure to spread the word to our community. And I remind you that all of this information will be shared to you in our social media channels. Now I'm gonna hand it to Natalie again. Thank you, guys.
All right, everyone, I got the dreaded "your internet is unstable" message. So I'm hoping they don't cut out. I have the pleasure of closing out our meeting. So before we take off, I do want to remind you of a couple events that are coming up. We have some new, very exciting ones. I know a common theme throughout this meeting has been we want to see each other in person. We'll be holding a virtual training, Liens and Construction, that will be offered in English and in Spanish. July 31st, we will be doing a QuickBooks that'll be fully in Spanish and in person here in our offices. If you have not seen this event, this one's a super exciting one for all of our contractors out there. We will be doing a member meetup event out in Oregon city. And again, today, please block your calendars now and sign up if you have not. And again, that's for our contractors. So all of these events are available on Eventbrite, and you can sign up for them now. You can also go to latinobuilt.org/events, and you can sign up or find the link to the Eventbrite that way. Another event that will be coming up soon that isn't quite live yet in September 23rd to be specific, we will be doing a government contracting Spanish. So those are our events. And if you have not connected with us, these are all the ways you can. You can check out our website, our Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. We have our mailers that go out occasionally throughout the month. So sign up for our listserv if you haven't. Find us on YouTube. You can connect with us by phone, by email. Really, we're here for everything and anything that you need support with. And Amazon Smile, if you haven't heard of it, it's just an option. Yes, we do have a foundation. We have the LatinoBuilt Association, but we also have a foundation. So if you connect your Amazon account, if you have a Prime account, you can set it up and we can receive donations in that manner at no extra cost to you. It's just something that Amazon offers. So set us up and look for the LatinoBuilt Foundation there. And with that, October 13th will be our next membership meeting. That, if everything in the world stays as it is, will be in person. So please look out for an invitation in the upcoming weeks. Save the date now, October 13th, and we will release more information about this meeting, including the location, as we get closer. And with that, and on behalf of the rest of the LatinoBuilt team, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great Wednesday afternoon or evening. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.